Hello, my name is Duncan Sturgeon. I'm a relatively new member here at Heartland Worship Center. It was a long road getting here. I guess that my life started like anyone else's. I had a father who worked at the plant and a stay-at-home mother, and everything was just normal and happy as could be, so I thought. At the age of 10, my mother passed away, and we were then raised by my alcoholic father. There were 3 of us kids. I was the middle. That's never a good place to be. And it was just a very rocky road. My dad's alcoholism was very bad, but we had always been shielded from it by my mother. As you can probably understand, I said I will never be like my father. Well, fast forward several years, I walked right in my father's footsteps. It took many years for it to really get bad. I didn't hit my rock bottom until about 5 years ago. Then when I hit my rock bottom, I didn't come completely out of it. I stayed there for quite a while. I lost my business, and I almost lost my family, and I almost lost my life. I came to a point where that I was drinking to stay alive. This is never a good place to be. I didn't have God in my life. I knew there was a God, but I did not have Him in my life. One day I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to survive much longer. And that day I looked up and I said, God, I need you. I can't do this by myself. And as sure as I'm sitting here, I felt God's hand reach down and say, baby girl, you've had enough. That moment, my phone rang, and it was my doctor's office telling me that I had a doctor's appointment the next morning. I now know that's called a God thing. I went in the next morning and confessed to my doctor that I was in need of help, that I could not do it on my own. For the next 30 days, we worked on getting my physical self back in order. Then after that came the real test. I knew that God had saved my life, but I had not made that final step. And I knew that it had to be done. I started attending Heartland with my son and his family, and every Sunday at altar call, there would be this tugging in my heart that I had to do it. And then there would be something else saying, but you're too old. It's too late. You can't do this. So I began to believe that it was too late for me. Then one Sunday, I don't know what happened. I was standing there next to my son, and then the next moment I was up front. It was amazing. I knew God. I knew God existed at that very moment. He lifted every burden off my shoulders. But it wasn't all over yet. The next step was baptism. Well, I was too old for that. I couldn't do that. Look at all those little kids that go up there. And here I am, this old lady. I couldn't do that. Well, that Sunday came, and it didn't matter how old I was. I was a child of God.